Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyusho here, and now, before I do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, quite a number of things have happened. We had Deku, and we also had Kara. Now, these two found themselves in a bit of an odd situation. These two, they were put inside of a simulation. Now, that was difficult for a whole number of reasons. In the simulation, these two, they were married. They were planning for kids. And well, Deku, he got to meet his father. Now, he also met his mother, and he also met Kara's family. And Kara, she finally met her aunt. Now, right now these two, they find themselves in the real world, without their lantern rings. Now, it's very tricky to them. They have this strange, well, knowledge in their head. This strange life they've lived. Deku has the entire memory of the life he lived on Krypton, but he never lived a life on Krypton. And that does trip him out. In his life, his family moved to Kandor. He became part of the security force at a young age. He scored high and proficient with weapons handling. He was well trained and well versed in combat. And yet, he doesn't remember any of this. The people he met going to school, the people he met whenever he was training, the people he knows now, most of them don't even actually exist. Most of them are more than likely dead Kryptonians. Now, Deku, he's trying to handle that. And Kara, she currently is trying to handle something else. The Science Council. They lied to every Kryptonian on Krypton. They lied to everybody. The Zods became their militant force, their enforcers. People who kept others quiet about what's going on with Krypton. If they stopped using the core to power everything, then things could have gone bad. A literal dark age of Krypton. But they didn't, and they blew the goddamn planet up. What does that tell you? These people were more than willing to let billions die over things they didn't fully understand. If they hold out their planet's core, what? Nothing's going to happen. World's still going to keep turning. And then, what? What's going to happen? Nothing will happen. At least that's what should have been. The council was wrong. And they ignored everything. Now, there actually is Deku. Deku, he now looks different in Kara's eyes. Not just because of the whole simulation and marriage thing, but because she felt like it was a bad thing to be with him. But now what? Now then, with that being said, there currently is Deku. Deku finds himself without his powers, and on an alien world. Well, if this doesn't sound like training, then he don't know what doesn't. He doesn't know what does. Now, with that being said, Deku, he began the process of trying to gather information, trying to understand a few things. Right now, he wants to try and find a way out, but there's a lot going on. Now, Deku does try to do this. He does have his own apartment, and so does Kara, and the two, they learned quite a lot about this place. Deku, he's already had a few encounters that should not have happened. He thought that there was crime, but there wasn't. He accidentally broke a man's arm whenever someone tried to wave him down, talking about how he needed to stop and come back here, whenever he really just dropped his wallet. Deku, he thought there were times and incidents where someone was going to be robbed, but they don't use money. It's just another resource here, it's just metal. So, what exactly can he do here, other than just try to get out? Well, nothing can happen here, so there's just that goal. Now, Deku, he tried to talk to everybody. He's in a city of over 7 million Kryptonians. Right now, he's got ample time. And this place, he discovers a lot running around. He uses his training to run across rooftops, leap through the air, and actually try to look out for the garden he already stepped in. Now, Deku finds it strange. They grow their own vegetables here. They are also given some resources by Brainiac. He did find that out. Deku leaping through the air. And right now he leapt off of a building, looking down trying to plan where he's going to land, where he's going to grab onto to catch himself. Now, Deku does bring his hands out, running the calculation. Right now Brainiac has forces that bring in material. More than likely they're robots. He remembers the robots. Okay, so if that's the case, then they need to come into the city from somewhere. Okay, that's also another thing. But if that's the case, that does pose a problem. How is he going to find a robot? How is he going to attack it, take it down, and go back to normal size? Now, Deku does have a few things in mind. And right now there actually is, whenever he does head back home, he got word. In a few days, there will be some robots showing up. They will drop off supplies for the entire month, and then they are going to leave. Now, Deku does hear about that. A month. In just a few days. But, fuck. If that's the case, then... No, 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 no. They'd be stuck here for an entire month. He couldn't plan properly, but... Okay, maybe he can plan properly. But what about Earth? Jesus Christ, wait a minute. Deku thinking about it. And right now he actually would go to bring his hands out, and he misses. The realization stopped Deku from grabbing onto the railing. And right now Deku, he does go falling down, before he finally would smash onto the ground and realize something. In prison, he started to grow facial hair. In prison, he had 5 o'clock shadow. But he had a full beard. His hair, the way it looks. Deku getting back up and climbing off of a trash can. Now, Deku does someone start to limp his way across the street. Okay. I'm going to sit down and actually straighten his body out, and then going to bring his hand up. Him grabbing at his right shoulder. Before going to bring it up and smash against the wall. Him popping his arm back into place. How long would it take him to grow his hair out the way it is right now? Let's see. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. No, wait. Even then, his hair, the way it feels. Did that motherfucker actually clean his own beard and trim him? Now, the good things about it for a second. Brainiac treated him like a decoration. Something that he could actually dress up. Even make look nice. His facial hair, whenever he woke up, it was a bit unkempt. But even then, the way it felt. He's had a haircut. So, that does say something else. Now, Deku does have a few ideas. And right now, there is for Deku. He does decide to do one thing. Right now, he's going to head back home. And he also might deal with this. Now, Deku, he does head back to his apartment. And right now, if he does get there, he actually would go to ice his injuries after he does take a shower. Deku, currently, he does sit in his apartment. Right now he's on the couch, icing his right shoulder as he does hear a knock on the door. And right now Kara she'll go to walk in, after Deku gave her the okay. Now, Kara right now, she will go to walk in and lean against the counter. As Deku he does sit back down on the couch and go to place an ice pack back up and onto his right thigh, telling Kara he found out quite a lot of information, and right now he has a few other theories. What do you mean? I shaved. I see that. You're no longer big and bushy. I'm gonna ignore you said it that way. I would rather you did. You're not used to that? No, no, I don't know how to talk to you right now. Kara bring her hands up. And Deku, he would actually go to look towards her to make eye contact. However, right now, Kara, she actually going to look down. Now, Deku would tell Kara. He gets it. It's weird. Well, no. I mean, it's not that weird, but it's just. I don't know. It's just. I don't get it. I don't get it. I hated the Zods for the longest time because growing up I was told what they did. My father, I listened to everything he said, but even he didn't know about the Zods. He didn't know they were being used to do it. They were just scared people doing what they were told. All because they would have been killed otherwise. I know. I didn't like to hear about it either. The legacy I have to live up to is following orders to kill a planet. How do you think I feel? My entire house did that. And the only other people here who have to live with that guilt is about, what, 30,000 Kryptonians? You tell me. I don't know. But there's that, there's you, there's Kal-El, I guess? He doesn't know we're even here. And we're going to be stuck here. And Kara's starting to pace. And they're going to be stuck here. They are not going to get out. They are going to die here. They are going to go nowhere. I mean, that's just the thing. That's just it. That's just it. That's just it. Now, Deku would finally go to stand up. Him going to grunt, as right now he would go to walk over towards Kara. Him going to bring his hands up and directly onto her face. Now, Kara, the moment she does go to feel Deku put his hands on her face, on both of her cheeks, Deku would go to run his thumb across her face, right from the bridge of her nose to just as far as he can move his finger. Now, Kara would actually go to stare at Deku, and Deku, he does feel her somewhat get flustered. As right now she does stare at him as Deku does tell her. That calmed her down, right? Yeah. Good. Listen, I'm sorry, but you need to chill. So, I'll pour a drink, sit down, and we'll chat. Deku bring his hands down, telling her. He'll tell her everything he found. She may not like it, and other information she actually might want to know. Now, Deku would go to look around, and right now he actually would pull something off of a shelf. Right now it's... Deku popping off the cork. And right now he's going to pour a glass. Now, he does going to walk back over with Kara. Him going to actually sit down and going to bring his hand up, before going to suck in a breath and trying to freeze the glass. Now, Kara would watch that happen. And right now, Deku, he actually just going to stare at his glass. Before he does, just going to look down. Before going to stand back up and tell Kara, as he's going to grab her glass. That was stupid. Now, Kara actually going to somewhat smile. He forgot he lost his powers. Now, Deku, he actually would go to look directly in the freezer, pulling out some ice, and right now he's going to drop it into both glasses. Him actually with a bit of a smirk, because Kara, she calmed down a lot more. All he had to do was act a little clueless. Okay, so she's in a good mood to talk, because even he seems to be goofing off or, well, unaccustomed to this. So she doesn't feel as unsteady now. Now then, Deku, he did that to reassure her. And whenever he does walk over this time, he actually going to take a swig. Him setting down the glass and telling Kara. As currently he does lean forwards, going to bring his hand up with the ice pack back onto his shoulder. Right now, ow, he found something. What is it? Well, it's about how we got here, especially. There's a depot. In a few days, we can make an attack. Or we can skip and do it next month. You want to be stuck here for a month? Kara. Her going to actually lean forwards and tell him, setting down her own glass. Being stuck here for a month does not sound like a good idea. They need to go back to Cal. I mean, if they bring him here, maybe he can actually help them. And then Kandor, they don't need to keep it a secret. Cal already would be invested. I mean, they get away, go to him, and then come back together. Yeah, they couldn't do it, the two of them. But maybe the entire Justice League. Maybe even Wonder Woman. Maybe even the Flash. If they all teamed up on Brainiac, he wouldn't stand a chance. Even Batman might fucking have something. Now, Deku does turn to Kara. And Kara, yeah. Not helping. Now, Kara does stare at Deku. As does tell her. Right now, if they try and make an attack, if they do try to attack, they are not going to win. They won't be successful. They didn't even win with their powers. So what does that tell her? Kara actually looking down. Right. Powerless again. Now, Kara does look at her hands. And Deku, he actually would have bring his hand out. After he did look at her. Him grabbing onto her hand and telling her. As she actually going to wrap a tight grip on Deku's hand. That they'll get through this. Now, Deku, he does still sit there. And Kara, she actually does have it go through her mind. They might have a chance. Maybe, taking down one of the robots. Yeah, that could work. Or maybe just hacking one? But she doesn't know anything about hacking a robot. Especially advanced alien tech. Now, Kara does ever go through her mind. And Deku, he actually does think about it. Himself. Telling her. He might know some things, but he doesn't make any promises. They're going to need to ask around. Find somebody to help them. And then when they get out of here, actually, well, get the hell out of here. Now, Kara doesn't understand. And right now there actually is another idea. One of them needs to be sun-dipped. I mean, it's the simplest way. One of them can try to hold off Brainiac. The other gets away and flies to a yellow sun. Spend a few minutes in there, and hey, you're pretty charged. Now, they just have that idea as plan B for right now. Plan A is just to get away. But then there's plan C. The Justice League. Okay, so what can they do there? Now, Kara, she actually will go to try and talk. Deku going back to her. As Kara, she does take it off of the battle ahead. They're gonna be here for a month. A little more than a month. So, best to get this off of her chest now. You know? Hmm? I was surprised by the, thing. Oh, um, the simulation? Is that the earthing word for it? Um, yeah. Yeah, it was, strange. I know what you mean. Deku will bring his hand out, grabbing onto the glass and going to bring it back to his lips. Now, Kara would watch Deku. Deku is still looking forwards, still looking away from her. But why? Is it is it her? Cass? I mean, it's been more than a year. So why? Now, Kara does have a go through her mind. And right now she actually would go to tell Deku. She's sorry. Hmm? Sorry for dragging you into all this. No, Kara, it's not your fault. I'm I'm to blame. I thought that we could take him on, but he's different from anything I've ever seen. Maybe I am just a dumb kid. Izuku, don't say that. Now, Kara was gonna tell Deku. Her actually stepping towards him and actually throwing her leg over him. Her facing Deku, as Deku, he actually will go to someone stare up towards Kara, with his drink still in hand. And Kara would actually go to grab the drink and go to set it down behind her, telling Deku, right now she wants him to listen to her. Hmm? Um, Kara, I'm fine. Listen to me. You didn't drag me into this. I chose to come here. Don't try and think you did. Don't beat yourself up. We've already agreed. We have already said, Izuku. It wasn't our fault. We both did this. I'm just as guilty as you are. With this, and with Lois. Now, Deku, he does actually feel a bit more caught off guard by that. He can't look at her. Shit. Now, Deku, he's trying to remember some training. How to stand there and deal with it. If there's something you want to do about a problem, something you want to do about the situation, if it would worsen the problem, just start to count. Focus on an image in your mind and try and tune it out. No matter how loud the screaming is, or no matter how loud that sound trying to distract you is. Sit there and act like it does not exist. Now, Deku right now, he just sit there trying to count in his head. And Kara tries to tell him, actually bring your hands out and grabbing onto his face. Her facing him directly up towards her. Before telling him, leaning a bit closer, not to look away from her. Now, Deku actually is going to open his eyes, and Kara does see it. He looks. His eyes. He hasn't told her everything. Now, Kara actually goes on lean backwards, asking Izuku going to grab her own drink. Her going to kill the rest of it, and then looking over towards Deku's. Her actually going to bring it out and directly in front of him. Deku grabbing it and going to shoot it backwards. And right now, there is where Kara, she's going to stand back up. Her walking to the kitchen and telling Deku. Right now, she'll pour them another drink. However, what exactly is he hiding? Now, Deku does look towards Kara. Impressive. She picked up on it. Kara, I think we've been here for longer than we think. Are you talking about your indicator? The beard I shaved off, yes. Listen, I'm fairly certain that we've been here for longer than... I think we were trapped in the simulation for a few months. A few months? Yeah. I I think approximately... Oh, God, it's so weird to try and calculate. Especially without super speed. Okay, hang on. Um... Okay. Right. I think that maybe we were in the simulation for about 5 months. Now, Kara right now, she will go to stare at Deku. And right now, she actually would go to overfill on the glasses. Her going to bring up the container of alcohol. I'm going to actually set it back down. 5 months? Now, Kara, she does try to clean up the mess. But she still shouldn't process that. 5 months. 5 goddamn months. What does that mean? Kara right now, she's trying to calm herself down. And Deku, he actually going to look over towards Kara. As right now she's walking around, trying to pace around the entire kitchen, taking a breath, and trying to calm down. However, Deku, he does see Kara wobble a bit. Before he does go stand up, him grunting when he does so. And right now Kara just stumble again. And Deku, he would go to run to the kitchen. As right now Kara, she actually is breathing a bit more rapidly. And Deku, he actually will go to grab onto her, as right now the two will go to fall against the door. Now, the two would fall against the door to the pantry, and right now would hit into the ground. And Kara, she is trying to catch her breath. She can't breathe. She feels like she has to get out of here. There isn't air here. And Kara, yeah, she doesn't know what to do. 5 months. If it's been 5 months and they've been... If they're trapped here for any longer... No. Kal-El. Oh my god. He must think that they abandoned him. No. She was there. She was supposed to be there to protect him. She wasn't. She comes to Earth and finds him. Already a man. And then she gets his fiancée killed. She gets his wife killed. No. Now she abandons him when he's vulnerable. Now, Kara is gasping for air. And Deku right now, he does hold on to Kara tight. 1.5 years may have passed. If not more. Right now, more than a year has been here and gone. And Kal-El hasn't seen them. Fuck. But even then, there's no chance that they'll get out of here again. Even if it takes them months, Cal might have come looking for them, right? Now, it actually does unnerve Deku. If Cal hasn't been looking for them, then does he think that they're still in prison? Or did he ever try? It does actually worry Deku. Cal's a good guy. I mean, yes, he wanted to disarm Earth, but that's for a good reason. That's for not only to honor Lois, but to make sure the world will be safer for people. The Joker was a monster. He would murder children just to laugh at it. Now, Deku himself does actually slightly panic. And right now there actually is Kara. Kara, she actually is calmed down. She caught her breath and she felt a little bit better. She turned her head and she started to try and hear Deku. Deku was silent and he was there. And right now Kara, after about a minute or two, she does watch Deku. Deku is still sitting there. And right now he actually is trying to breathe. He feels anxious. Very, very anxious. And right now Kara, she actually wished to talk to Deku. And Deku, the moment he does start talking, Kara does see him calm down a bit. What? I said, what else do you remember? You're asking me that. Uh, the funnest chase I had. Some guy, I, I don't know. You don't know? It wasn't real. Me and a few other guys, during training, back during training, we just, we basically played football or tackle. No, I think it's called flag football. Some kind of like that. It's weird. The whole premise is you're supposed to take a harness off of somebody, but it's a lot harder than it sounds. It is? Sort of. You have to grab something at the center of someone's back, and that person, not only are they able to dodge and move around you, but with how short the thing is, you basically have to grab them entirely by the harness. Apparently, I ripped off some guy's shirt once. That sounds stupid. Yeah, he wanted to get me back. He never did. That's that sounds silly. Sort of was. He uh he dyed my uniform after that. Was it funny? Kind of shitty actually. Right. So, are you okay now or what was that? Just pressure. I'm trying to go over a lot in my head, but I can't think fast enough like I want to. So it's taking me longer. My thoughts are moving too fast for me to execute them. And I can't turn it off. Now, I'm gonna say this as nice as I can. Deku's still laying there holding on to Kara. Him telling her they need to ignore this. It's, well, it's just, no. Kara, she's just gonna stop. She's, she's got it. No. She's gonna stand up. Her walking over and gonna actually grab the glass she overfilled. And right now she's just gonna knock it back. Now, Deku and Kara, they actually do sit there for a second as Deku, he does walk over and grab the other glass. And right now he's gonna knock it back too. Before telling Kara, he's, it's just, he doesn't, no. Kara does see Deku. He clearly, yeah, okay. She's got it. Now, Kara, she does leave. However, Deku, he felt bad. Kara, she got sent into a panic attack. I mean, that's the first time he's ever seen her like that. And this pressure he felt. I mean, is that normal? No, no, it can't be normal. But, I mean, he's been hit hard like that, but no, no, this wasn't physical. This was mental. Now, it does actually make Deku a little mad. Brainiac messed with his mind. He has had that happen a lot lately, and it makes him angry. Now, Deku, he does still stand there. And right now there actually is Kara. She left, and she left for a good reason. Deku was right. I mean, he clearly didn't want her to leave. But, yeah, they've been drinking, and they're not really in the best place to make any decisions. But Clark, he's all alone on Earth. And no one can no one can be there the way they could be. Now, Kara does think it, and she doesn't even pay attention to it. They're all family. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.